was like, oh, okay.
Well, so to kind of like, because I know we don't have that much time for me to get all deep in the weeds, but like as a mix engineer, I've done a lot of stuff for Twista and Do It Die. Like Twista and Do It Die did a group project. Man, what was that? 2012, maybe called Withdrawal.
Mm-hmm.
Do It Die and Twista.
Yeah.
And I mixed that whole thing for them. And I mixed a bunch of records for Twista separately too. Bunch of stuff for Shauna. I did a lot of LEP mixtapes. Mixed that for E and them. Bump J, Dinner Time. Yeah. I mixed that, put that together. Like Sean Mack came to my crib. I had a studio in South Commons.
Shout out Matt.
We had Sean come over, do the voiceovers at my crib with Johnny was the one that facilitated. Johnny, shout out Johnny. Shine Music Group. I know he's not doing that actively anymore, but that's such a part of history for us. It is. But, Johnny was how I got in tune with bumping them. This is before Sly.
Right.
Sly was away on vacation.
Yeah, one of his famous vacations.
He was away on vacation. And, but I put together Dinner Time for them. And, I didn't do all the beats. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I put the mixtape together.
Right.
Sean Mack came through and did the voiceovers and all of that kind of stuff. And I mixed it. And, you know what I mean?
That was one of the hardest mix. This during the mixtape era too, when you could get music from the store.
And so me and Bugs, if you're from Chicago
Bugs.
And you know hip hop, you should know who Bugs the Beast is.
Shout out Bugs.
Bugs is a staple in hip hop production in Chicago.
That's Kanye West's personal producer that does a lot of things with Kanye that's known. For those that might not know Bugs,
Bugs has done a lot of stuff. Bugs did a lot of Lupe's first album that ended up getting leaked before Food or Liquor actually came out officially. He was in that, him and Prolific, they ended up leaving and they weren't a part of the album release, but they did a lot of the joints on the leaked version, if you guys remember that. Food or Liquor got leaked.
Yeah.
And he was a big part of the production, that him and Extreme were a big part of the production, and Maestro for Bump's music that got him the deal.
Yeah.
But Bugs had linked me with Chella at that time too. This is
Chella.
Back in like 2007, 2008 maybe. And I used to hold Chella down on a lot of stuff too.
She need to come on up here. I reached out to you, sis. See, we got Mac. We waiting on you.
So then so me and Ben had that Never Leave My Girl in 2008 that was going crazy. And then that's when Sly came home in 2008. Mm-hmm. And Johnny was the one that connected me with Sly. And I did, because you were a part of it, Bishop.
Yeah.
Like, all of his mixtapes. I didn't produce all of the tracks. I produced some of so the first mixtape was all music he had already recorded, and I didn't produce any of those songs. Okay. But I mixed a lot of them, and I put the mixtape together. Ferris hosted it, but Ferris sent in the vocal drops. I was the engineer that actually did all the transitions and put the mixtape together.
Vocal arrangements.
What was it? It was called...
was that
the inauguration or the emancipation?
Yeah.
I can't remember which one.
It was the inauguration.
The inauguration.
Yeah.
Right.
That Chicago was hard.
Yeah.
And then so we ended up, which one was Chicago? Was no instrumental for that song. I reconstructed that beat from scratch. Mm-hmm. I reprogrammed the drums, did the piano, and I remade that instrumental that's on YouTube. I did that beat, yes. Yep. But it was me just copying the Jay-Z and Alicia Keys.
And he wanted that beat bad, and we couldn't find it nowhere.
It wasn't out. They didn't ever put an instrumental out.
Nope. And Mac actually sat there. It took him no time, and he did it, and it was no difference between that one and the one you did.
I think it was close.
It was real close. it was close enough not to get sued.
But yeah, so we had a studio together, and that's how me and Bishop linked up.